Good morning, it's Karen from ignitingyourlife.ca. Today we're going to talk about work and career. It's Thursday again. So we're going to talk as a follow-up about last week's questions that I had asked you. So hopefully you went and did the exercise. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what to do with those answers. Because it's all fine and good that you went and found out what your dream day looks like or what your worst day looks like, but so what? Now you need to do something with that information. So what I want to talk about today is taking that information and looking at your job or your company and seeing if maybe there's elements of your dream job, of your dream day, and see if you can't work those into your actual job. And it might mean getting a little creative and definitely looking outside the box, because obviously if you're not loving your current job, then that's what's inside the box. So you need to look outside. You need to look at are there projects that could be kind of fun? Is there something your boss is doing that you really want in on? And so you need to sit down and look at that dream job and that dream day and see if there's any elements of that you can put into your current job. Same with the worst day. Is there anything that you can eliminate, either by coming up with a better process, better way of doing things? Is there any opportunity for you to delegate? Not that you love to pass off, crappy work to somebody else, but I do know that I have worked with people in the past. I hate data entry. I just hate it. But I work with somebody that loves it, absolutely loves it. So when I ask her to do stuff for me, it's a dream for her and it's a nightmare for me. So look at some of those tasks. Maybe they're not playing up your strengths, but maybe they will play up somebody else's strengths. So definitely worth checking out and seeing if there isn't a way to shuffle or reorder some of those tasks to give them to other people. Interacting with your coworkers, is there any way, if it's a negative relationship, any way that you can make it better? I mean, I'm going to acknowledge that sometimes you just work with people that you just don't see eye to eye with. But is there any way that you can make that working relationship better? And if you have one that's really stellar, look at why it's stellar. Maybe there's something that the two of you do together that makes it just click. And maybe there's a way to recreate that with other people. So take a look at that. And the values of the company. This is a big one for me. If the values of the company don't match with mine, I have a really hard time wanting to stay at all, regardless of how great my job is, because I don't agree with what the company's doing. However, having said that, take a look at the values of the company that you wrote down from last week and yours, and see where they match up. And they may not make obvious matches, but there may be something there that you can see a link towards, or you can get some understanding around. So this is trying to keep your current job. Let's face it, in most places today, the economies are not that great. So jumping ship for a new job is not a wonderful thing. There's still a lot of fear around it. I know I certainly would have the same. I've been, checking things out as someone who was in HR and recruiting and that. So I definitely understand that the job market is not the greatest. So let's first of all try and save the current job that you're in and see if there's maybe some things that you can do. Definitely approach your boss with maybe not this exact, layout of questions that you asked, but go to them with ideas. Hey, I really love to do training, and it would be a dream for me if I could work on this project, and be specific. Just going to somebody and saying, I want to do X is not helpful. I want to do X because I'm good at Y, and Z is how I'll help you. It's all about the return on investment. So your boss is going to say, what's in it for me? And you have to be able to tell them what's in it for them. Ideally, it's going to make them look better, make their job easier, save the company money, save their budget, something. But you need to go to them with that laid out. I want to do X because I'm good at Y, and it's going to help you with Z. It's the formula. I've used it many times. It is the formula for success. Trust me. Okay, so now you've looked at your current job, you've tried to work in what you can. and it's not going to happen. Well, now it's time to look for a job. So hopefully you are employed at this point, in which case then you can start looking for a job, and it makes life a little bit easier. And now that you have these tools, when you go for that job interview the interviewer, because you don't want to land in another situation where your values, your needs and desires and wants out of a job are not being met. You need to make sure that the next job you have does not land you in the same boat that you're currently in. And it is okay to interview interviewers. In fact, I have the most respect for people who ask a zillion questions. Okay, not a zillion. People that ask a lot of questions, I have a lot of respect for, because I feel as though they're not out to take the first job. They're not desperate. So definitely, if this is, take this information and start to look for a job that is going to meet these values and these needs and wants. And maybe that's not in your current stream of career, which is a whole nother topic. So first today, we're going to just leave it with, check out your current job, see if you can't work in some of the dream aspects, see if you can't take out some of the nightmare aspects, and see if you can improve any working relationships around the company. And if some of them are really great, take a look at why they're so great and see if you can't replicate that in other places. And if all else fails, it's time to start looking for another job. But now you have some information to go and look for another job with. So hopefully that's been helpful for you. We're definitely going to keep talking about this theme. It's something that I feel comes up an awful lot. I certainly have a number of friends and family members who go through this on a very regular basis. So hopefully I can help you figure out what to do about it. I'm Karen from ignitingyourlife.ca. Take care.